So these are the components for the stand for the anvil, and all these materials were recycled or leftovers from other projects, or metal that I found. And this is the plate. This is going to be the top of the stand. This one I had to buy it at the steel supplier, but all the other materials are reused from other projects. Now we have here the legs. The legs were cut with 13 degrees. Okay, so this is the way it is going to be set. Okay, slightly slant. The cut, I said it 13 degrees. Now you can see the thickness of the tubing. It's 5 millimeter wall. This is the thickest I had. It is 55 millimeters diameter, outside diameter. These are 10 millimeters thick plate that are going to be used as the base, the feet. Okay, one hole if needed be later on to fill up with the sand and oil, and one hole to attach to the floor. This is the braces. This is the brace, or the stretcher, I suppose, whatever you want to call it. This is 8 millimeter thick stock. Okay, I cut here with a hole saw 55 millimeters, so it fits over there well. Okay, the hole is for the leg, the spike to pass through the hole, and to attach the anvil to the stand, I made here these holes, 16 millimeters holes. This is also 16 millimeters holes, and you can see this is chamfered. Okay, this is 15 millimeters stock. Found it buried in the soil probably for many years, and this is going to be welded over here in place. And these are going to be the brackets, and then I'm going to use 16 millimeter bolts and nuts to 5/8 suppose of an inch to attach the anvil to the stand. So let's continue building, and let's hope everything comes out straight. Okay, I already tack weld all the components, not all the components, but most of the components of for the stand of the anvil. This is, as you can see, I marked everything with a line. Okay, also on the top, on the bottom as well. Now you cannot see it in the inner part of the legs, so I could align everything, all the tubing, according to the angles that I cut, the 13 degrees. I cut here the angles to make slant legs. Okay, I use this bit of stock, square stock, 60 by 60 millimeters over here, to use as a spacer here for these braces or stretchers, as you wish. And in order to center both holes, I used not exactly this pipe, but for you to understand, because this pipe has some space here. Okay, I used a pipe that would allow me just few millimeters from each side of the tubing on this hole, so I could come here and align more or less the top of the stand with this shelf, let's call it. Okay, and that's it. Now let's weld everything. I will weld the feet over here later on, when everything is welded and moved, so when I weld the feet in the end, everything will be completely flat according to the top of this working bench. In order to align here the feet, now I'm going to just weld the feet over here. Okay, I'm going to use this line that I draw over here. I have the middle line here drawn, so I'm going to locate the center, the middle line of the feet with this straight line. I'm going to place here the feet as you see. Okay, understand the idea? Just going to work as spacers. Just work as spacers, and going to start welding everything over here. Now you can see here the anvil and the stand in place with the setup to weld the brackets. A little bit more of detail before welding, and after welding the brackets, the anvil is ready to make the heat treatment of the top plate.